Hello and welcome back to the Forever World. I am Viable Sword, and last time we built this little slime farm behind us so that we would not be getting bombarded by them when we were coming up from our skeleton spawner down there. And also because we will need slime in the future. Pistons and other redstone-y stuff. And it's done pretty good. I've only been AFK for a couple hours between here and the skeleton spawners. Today we're going to see if we can get a couple of decent enchantments on this axe real quick. And then we're going to go get some spruce and dark oak wood if we can find it. Only on breaking. And then we're going to get started on our mine. Alright, and not too long later, this one will do for now. You will have Silk Touch, Sharpness 5, and Efficiency 4, which will be plenty for now. And it'll complement our Smite Sword as well. We also need to revamp a bit of this armor, because we're pretty sore here, and I don't want to break them. We're going to take these off, and then we're going to make new ones. That way we don't have to worry about these ones breaking. Let's go ahead and put the new ones on. We'll get these in our box. I also want a diamond hoe. See if we can get Silk Touch and maybe efficiency on that as well. Let's pop back up here real quick. I only got 24 levels, so we'll see how this goes. Did I not? I didn't make it. I'm a moron. Alright, here we go. What do we get? Fortune. I mean, Fortune, I don't have 30 levels anyway. No, that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, and then we will grab these name tags. Because I'm not very good at coming up with original names, but we do have 2 dogs, and now we have a horse as well. We're going to name him, if I can get this thing, Ghost. You are now Ghost. You will be Flash, and you will be Cujo. Like I said, I'm not very good at coming up with original names, but it'll work. It'll work. At least they got names now. So, I've also done a little bit in here. I grabbed some birch and made some trapdoors and gates to kind of give us some shelving and tables. Or table, rather. But now we're going to take Ghost and we're going to ride off west and see if we can find some spruce and maybe some dark oak, I hope. And then we will be coming back to the village. And I'll show you where we're going to put this mine entrance. Alright, now that we've got a good amount of dark oak and spruce, along with saplings, let's head back and get this mine going. We'll come back later for the lush cave. Alright, as far as the mine goes, I don't know why I'm on the horse. It's we're just gonna do it right over here. Right outside the village. I know it's not really gonna make a whole lot of sense at first, because there is this, I don't know, this cliff over here. But with a little bit of terraforming, which honestly I need to do anyways because I need to get better at it. I'm not very good, but I do want to get better. This spot right here is where we're going to do our mine entrance. And we're going to start with just a bit right here in the hillside, and then we'll start heading down and really getting into the mines themselves. So this right here is going to be the center of the entrance. I'm going to bring it up another level so that it meets up with this. I think we're just about ready to get going here. I planted some oak and some spruce over here and some dark oak over here. So hopefully we won't have to worry about running out of wood as we go. I also brought a whole stack of bone blocks from the spawner farms and the little bit of stone stuff that we have already. We will probably have to go get some more, but for now I want to see about this. So let me get my spruce for now. And then that is the middle. We want it 3 wide. And I guess we probably want to start it here. So 1, 2, 3. So there and there. I better sleep before we get blown up again. It will be on this level though, not that level. Let me go get some dirt and fill this in, and then we can go from there. Alright, now the ground is leveled out. I think that's actually going to be too far forward. So what we're going to do instead is move it in 5 blocks maybe? 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what that looks like. I think that'll marry into the landscape better. So let's do that. I need a new shovel. Shovel. Let's take this out. And then we'll deal with the terraforming here after a while. But I want to get this out of the way so that I can kind of get a better picture. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then we'll just have to come up here with some terraforming, and I think that'll be good. So let's get cracking. We want to dig out all of this. It doesn't need to be too far back, but it will be enough to get a decent entrance set in here. Alright, and then we want to dig out for walls as well. And actually I'm going to want to go 2 for that, because we want the walls to be set back from the posts. Yeah, I'd say something about like this. How far? See, if we consider that still outside, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go back another one. So we have a good 9. Easier with odd numbers. Okay, and then that'll be our entrance. And then from there, let's look at the landscape a little bit. I think what I may do from here is cut a tunnel this way. And then have it come out to a cliff edge. Like, hey, we mined the wrong direction and we almost unalived ourselves. And then they just abandoned that and started digging down. And that may actually be the first bit of lore I've ever tried to incorporate. So that's progress. If I do that at the back edge, and we'll want it 3 wide as well, so that would be a wall, 1, 2, 3, wall here. And then, yeah, I think that might work really well. So let's do that then, and we're going to leave these here so I know where, well, actually, you don't even have to. So let's start carving that out before we get too far into texture and stuff. So it'll be here. And this will do for this little offshoot. And of course it'll just stop at the cliff edge. Maybe a couple hanging out bits. I'm not really sure yet. And of course we'll have to do the roof and the terrain above it. But that is a good start. Alright, so next let's count these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that'd be 11. The 11 would be the wall. But that's actually where I want to start going down anyways. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then 2, 3, 4, 5. And this will be where our minecart parks. That way it's not just in the middle of the walkway here. So it'll park off over there. So then here I want to go down. Wait. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. 10, 11. Then we want to go down here. Let me up. And we're sitting at 73. Basically 75. So then we'll go down to 50. And that'll be stone. What? Stone and andesite and diorite, I think. And then after we get a decent little stretch of shaft there, then we'll go down another 25. Well, it might be more interesting to go down by 10s. I'm gonna have to plan this out a bit better. Something like this ought to do for now. And we'll put stairs on the side, the rail in the middle. Then here at 60, we're going to take this out by 15. And then we will curve and go back, or turn rather, and then go down again. This one doesn't count. That's the end of the rail, or steps, or whatever. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're going to put a torch there so we can see. And then we're going to dig this out. And we will have to dig out the walls and the ceiling as well. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll move on. Because I'm horrible about coming up with a project that is way too big, and I have a hard time finishing it. So we're going to take this one in bites. We're going to throw down some mossy cobble and normal cobble, surround that with andesite, and then we will have stone. So let me, not there, put that there, and that one there, and one there. And then we're going to do that, and then we will have stone. And I'm hoping that that will allow for a good variety without being overly much on everything. And I need to be careful with the stone as well, because I don't have Silk Touch. But I don't just want it to be a wall of andesite either. So I'm really going to have to kind of edit myself on that so that it's not overly much. But like this big section here might be okay. It might be a little too much stone. So what we'll do is take out, let's see. Let's take out this one. Then we're going to throw in normal cobble there. And then surround it with andesite. And then this one is the exact same as that. So I want to take that one out. And I want to do this. And then andesite, andesite. And then we will fill in the gaps with stone. Oop, not there. Need andesite there. And I'm hoping that way I can get a good mixture but not be checkerboarded. I don't hate it, but I don't really love it either. Oh, and that's wrong. Can I have that? Thank you. And then, of course, we'll use stairs and slabs to give some depth. But I think that will work well. That one there, and then just a splash. Then, of course, we want our mossy stuff closer to the edge. And that might be too much, but we're going to find out. Oh, that one doesn't need to be there. Oops. Ah, give me that back. Thank you. And this will be out in the towards the open, so we're gonna leave that for now. And then, nope, not that. Give me stone there and there. Stone in all of these places. That looks better. I mean, we still have to do the floor and the ceiling too. So that'll help with the texture as well. Let's finish this off. I'm gonna put that there, and then stone there. And can I, thank you. Put stone there. Yeah, I like that. course, like I said, need depth added. Stairs, slabs, probably some fences. We need some more columns too. Let's see, 3 high is good, and then the roof. How many dirt? The ceiling will go at this layer here, and then we'll terraform the hillside to go over that. Yeah, okay. I'm starting to get a better vision of what it'll be like in my head now, so we're gonna deal with these mobs and then get back to it. Flipping creeper. Can I sleep? Yes. But I need to get up. Leave bed. Go. Run. Ah, dang it. Alright, let's rip up this floor. And we're gonna want from here in. I'm gonna leave this dirt for now. And then we'll come back to it and figure out how exactly we want to do that. So that one wants to be andesite. I think I want to continue the pattern into the floor as well. That way it melds better, I think. Well, I'm hoping anyway. We're gonna find out. And a lot of this up here is gonna be dirt, coarse dirt, but then I want it to fade into the stone bits. The same over here, because it's towards the opening. We want dirt, coarse dirt, stuff like that. And then we will yes. And then we will merge into our stone variants. So if I something like that maybe. And then we will get into these. And then we'll come back with our andesite. And it may not look good at all. But there's only one way to find out. I want stone, andesite, stone. Alright, how's that looking? Let's come out here and find out. Oh, and get a little bit of basic path marked up over here. Alright, so then we walk in. And yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. So then grass and the coarse dirt, I think, because I don't want those to take on the grass. But I think that will work well. So now we just need to get the ceiling in and then texture it up, and then we're going to add some depth. Before we get too carried away with the ceiling, let's figure out how far apart we want these posts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe? Is that far enough apart? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know, that seems a bit too close together. Drag these out 7 instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then put a post. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that is better. I think this over here is just too much. That looks better. And then as far as across the top, I don't want to use beams. So let's get some of these and some sticks. And I'm going to get a couple of fence gates and then a whole bunch of fences because I'm not sure yet how I want to do it. But nope, that's not it. Put that way. I do like that. So what about the fences? I like that too. But we get more headspace with the gates. Okay. Let's get the ceiling in and then throw those back up and see if we can decide which one we like better. Alright, now we need to decide if we want stripped pillars or not, and which which wood we want to accent it with for the beams and supports. And honestly, I'm leaning more towards oak rather than dark oak, at least until we get farther down towards the deep slate. And then I think dark oak would work better. Because I think, let me knock these out. I think that's just too much the same. Especially, where'd I put them? Especially with spruce fences as well. And then if we strip those, yeah, it's just too much of the same. I do like the stripped spruce logs better though, so I think we're gonna do that. But then we're gonna go put this over. Yeah, I think I think dark oak works, but I think it'll work better down in the deep slate and tough. And oak will work better up here in the stone and andesite. So that's what we're gonna go with up here. And since figured that out, let's strip these. And then we will get a bit of oak around, and I want to say texture, but maybe that is still the right word. But get some depth in here with some slabs and stairs. In all the walls and the floor and the ceiling. And then we move to the next level, which I do have dug out. And then we'll do a bit here, and then we will just go down by tens and keep on going. Record a little bit of this. And I actually want that to be like that. And then we need a little bit here. We'll go stair, stair, and wrong deal. Have those back, please. That was a full piece of cobble. Then andesite back there. And then maybe just single slab there. And we'll go here, maybe. Go with a stair and slab. I think as far as the floor goes, we're okay there. Then I want to actually do one here. We're gonna go with a, oops. Stair, stair, and then maybe that there. Although I don't want the stair that way, I want it that way. Nope. That way. And over here we'll do these two. Do that and that. And then one here. Here. That's cobble. Let's go with a slab there. And a stair there. We're gonna put a slab there, a stair there, and slab there. We're gonna want a slab. Where'd I put? I want a slab there, and there, and there. Want an indentation there. We'll run a stair into a slab. And that one will be a stair. Not that way. This way, I think. And we'll take this out. And out here, we'll just do stair, stair. And a slab. And I want... Well, first off, those ain't right anyway. Those should be andesite. Let's knock that one out. And that one. And I want to change that to a stair. That to a lower slab. And I want a slab there. And there. Two? Wait, how did that happen? How did I get 3 out of 1? Out of 1 egg. Alright, and we are done with this section. So we got slabs and stairs and all the walls, the ceiling and the floor. We got our wood supports in. I don't think it's too much. I really like how it turned out. I wish that mini blocks were vanilla, because I would throw some of those in here too. Just a little pile of stones and cobblestone and stuff like that. But that's neither here nor there. I will use what we have, and hello, creeper. Goodbye. Anyway, oh, hello. Don't look at the Enderman. Anyway, I got some coarse dirt and dirt scattered around here. And, now I just need to work on this here and get the stairs going down and start to the next section. Okay, so we got the first 2 sections done now. including the stairs slash ramp, I guess. The way down. And we just stuck to the same palette we had up there. Andesite stone and the cobble variants. Slab stairs. And here we're going to house our chest monsters for the different resources, especially for now, because we don't have shulker shells. We haven't been to the end yet. And I am not in any kind of rush to do that. But I also took the time, while I couldn't record any audio, to get the whole track going. We're going to take a stroll. And we did this all the way down to the bottom of the world. We can get all the stone and andesite and diorite, but also the tuff and the deep slate and diamonds. And I will be coming back through and wiring up these powered rails differently, because these middle ones I want to be able to shut off farther back, because they are going to be where we can get off at each level so that we can actually do our mining. And we got pretty lucky too, because it even comes right to the skeleton spawners and slime farm. There's a very long rail line, and there's the end. So with that being done, this episode is finished, finally. It took me way longer than expected. But I'm going to rewire these these rails in between episodes, because I don't want the switches to be visible. Especially here and here, because I want to be able to texture this floor, and these are going to be stairs of a sort. And then here, what we're going to do is put the off switch down here. Probably right there. That way we can stop the minecart here, get off and do our mining, whether it's just doing, looking for ores or actually gathering up the deep slate and tuff and stuff. So, but like I said, that is the end of this episode, because I gotta get cracking on the next one. So, if you guys have enjoyed it, please leave a like, and if you would like to see more, please consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.